Okay. So suppose you have a metric space XD. Okay. Then you can construct a complete metric space maybe you can denote it by X cap D cap. You can construct a complete metric space which has a subspace W that is isometric with X and is dense in X cap and is dense in X cap. Okay. And the way that you will construct this space will indicate you that the space X cap is unique except for isometry. That means if you can construct some other complete metric space X tilde, that is if you can have another complete metric space, suppose X tilde D tilde, okay, having a dense subspace W tilde that is isometric with X, then you can conclude that both these spaces X cap and X tilde both are, so they are isometric. So okay, so up to isometry these two metric spaces are same, okay, as a metric space. So that was our theorem, and we have already proved two parts of the complete proof of this theorem, and now we are going to prove the most important part of this theorem, that was part 3, right? What was that? That we need to show that, so we need to show that the space that we have constructed X cap is complete with respect to D cap, right? And let me recapitulate the story of the proof that we have already derived, that so out of the given space XD, that you can denote this by X only, we are constructing the space X cap. And what is X cap? It will be the set of all distinct equivalent classes determined by the determined by the binary relation defined on the collection of Cauchy sequences emerged out from the space X by the rule. What was the relation? That for any two Cauchy sequence xn yn, xn is equivalent to yn, sequence yn. It is said that it is equivalent to if and only if limit of d xn yn will be 0. Okay, so that was the relation that we have defined in the construction of the complete metric space X cap that we are aiming to prove. Okay, so then this X cap can be made a metric space. So if you define a matrix D cap from X cap to R by D cap of X cap Y cap must be equal to the limit of D xn yn, where X cap is the equivalence class, so representative is X, that is where X is the equation sequence xn and Y is the Cauchy sequence yn, and they will determine these classes. Okay, and we have already proved that the way we have defined this D cap, this is well defined. Okay, and not only that, this D cap will form a matrix upon X cap. So this is a metric space. Okay, and after that we need to find out one subspace in the space X cap which will be isometric with X, the given space X, and it is dense in X cap. Okay, so we need to, so what was the trick to define this space? That is, for any A belongs to X, for any point in the given space X, you can always associate a class which will be in X cap. What is A class? Where A class where yes, so A class contains the constant Cauchy sequence, this A and this. Now every constant sequence is convergent and a convergent sequence is Cauchy. So or you can directly prove that any constant sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Okay. So for any point belongs to X, you can associate one class on X cap, and this determines a map from X to X cap, right? So you can X to X cap by the rule TA goes to A cap. Okay. So that means so W can be chosen as the image of T of the given space X. Okay. Yeah. And also it can be seen that if you restrict your codomain space to W, then you will see that T becomes an isometry. Why? Because if you take any two classes, A class, B class, then what is the limit? It will be limit of D. So one representative will be the constant sequence. So for A cap, one representative is the constant sequence A. B cap, for B cap, it will be B, B, B. So therefore, you can take the limit D of AB. But since this distance is independent of n, so you can write it as DAB. And this proves that DAB equals with B cap of TA T. So that means T becomes an isometry of X onto W. Okay. Now since T being an isometry, so it will be 1, 1. So therefore T is a bijection which is an isometry, and hence X and W are isometric. Okay. And then we have shown that W also we have shown that W is dense in X cap. Okay. W is dense in X cap. Okay. Okay. Now we move to prove the completeness of X cap. So to show that a metric space is complete, we need to take any arbitrary Cauchy sequence. So let sequence Xn cap be a Cauchy sequence in X cap. Okay. And since we have proved that W is dense in X cap, so now since W is dense in X cap, so what does it mean? So for every Xn cap, for every member of this sequence, so what do you get? You can find out there exists a Yn cap, right? Such that if you consider any open ball centered at Xn cap with radius 1 by n, right? So such that D cap of Xn cap Yn cap must be less than 1 by n. The reason behind this is W is dense in X cap. So for any Xn cap, you can find out one Yn cap belongs to W, satisfying this property. That means, so it is your Xn cap and this is your 1 by n. In between these you can have a Yn cap. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Note that d cap of y m cap y n cap. Okay. So for each n, you are having this yn. Okay. So d cap of ym cap yn cap. So this will be less than or equal to, using triangle inequality, you will have ym cap xm cap plus d cap of xm cap xn cap, right? Plus d cap of xn cap yn cap, right? Okay. So by the above situation, so this could be made less than yes. So this will be 1 by m plus the middle term will remain like that plus 1 by m. Okay, right? Now since xn cap, so this is a Cauchy sequence, right? So as n comma m tends to infinity, so terms in the right hand side of this inequality will tend to, so this plus 1 by n, so this tends to 0, right? That is d cap of ym cap yn cap tends to 0 as n comma m tends to infinity. What does it mean? This shows that the sequence yn cap is a Cauchy sequence in W, right? So this is a Cauchy sequence in W. Okay. Now since now you are at W, so you will have some advantage of it because you are having a map from X to W, the isometry, right? The isometry tree, which has been defined as EA goes to A cap. So now you would like to take this advantage of this map and the space W, right? So for this reason, since T is an isometry, or you can say that X is isometric with W, so you can say that once you have a Cauchy sequence in W, you will have a Cauchy sequence in X, which is the inverse images of this member, right? That means Yn, what is Yn? Yn is T inverse of Yn cap, right? T inverse of this. Sorry, yeah. Yes, Yn cap. Yes. Fine. So this will be a Cauchy sequence in X because the distances are same. So once you have this, then you can say that d of ym comma yn is tending to 0 as n comma m tends to infinity because the distance are same. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now let okay. Now let x cap belongs to this. Now since this x cap is the set of all distinct equivalence classes determined by the relation on the collection of Cauchy sequences of the space X, right? So that means the collection of Cauchy sequences on X can be partitioned into distinct equivalence classes determined by the binary relation. Okay, so that means once you have a Cauchy sequence in X, then this Cauchy sequence must be in some equivalence class. So let us suppose that X cap be the class to which sequence yn belongs to. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now our claim is that limit of xn cap will be x cap. Okay. The Cauchy sequence that we have considered here, where we have considered it, yes. This Cauchy sequence will have a limit which is x cap. Okay. So now recall that okay.
স্যার
হ্যাঁ,
স্যার ক্লেমের আগেরটাতে ওই ওয়াইএনটা কথার কার মধ্যে বিলং করছে বললেন ওটা?
yn cap belongs to W.
আচ্ছা স্যার, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
Okay. So note that yes. So d cap of xn cap x cap. Okay. So using triangle inequality, you will have it is d cap of xn cap yn cap plus d cap of yn cap x cap, right? Okay. Now since we have the yn cap will satisfy the property that the distance between xn cap and yn cap will be less than 1 by n. So it is less than 1 by n. Okay. Plus you will have d cap of yn cap x cap. Okay. Right. Now since the sequence yn, so where does it belong? It belongs to x cap. Okay. Okay. Fine. And yn cap, just take yn. Okay. So it belongs to W as the constant sequence yn, this belongs to yn cap. Using this map, actually, yes. That for any point you can define a class So one representative is the Cauchy sequence determined by the element, constant element, constant sequence A, right? Okay. Since this, therefore, so what do you have? So d cap of xn cap x cap, it is less than 1 by n plus ES. Okay. Yeah. So it is, so d cap of this is going to be okay. Yes. So this is going to be so it can be written as limit n tends to infinity d of, so take the constant sequence this as a representative, and also in x cap you can take one representative is the sequence yn, right? So therefore this will be 0 actually, right? So that means you will have only 1 by n. Okay, 1 by n. Now, so for a given epsilon greater than 0, there exists n naught belongs to this, so that 1 by n naught is less than epsilon. Okay. So therefore, for all n greater or equal to n naught, d cap of xn cap x cap is less than 1 by n, and 1 by n is less than 1 by n naught, less or equal to less than epsilon. And this proves that limit of xn cap is x cap. Okay. So this proves that. So this proves that every Cauchy sequence in x cap d cap is convergent in x cap, right? So hence this says that x cap d cap forms a complete matrix space. Right? So it remains to check the last section of this proof regarding uniqueness. Uniqueness of existence of this type of this complete matrix space. হ্যাঁ বলো।
আমি বলছি এখানে তো যখন সিকোয়েন্সটা আমরা কনস্ট্রাক্ট করছি তখন স্যার অলরেডি আমরা একটা কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্স চুজ করে নিচ্ছি, ওই ওয়াইএনটা বলুন বা আগে তো যখন প্রমাণ করেছি কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্স পার্টিকুলার ভাবে চুজ করতে। যদি স্যার আরবিটারি সিকোয়েন্স নেওয়া হতো তাহলে কি হতো অলরেডি?
আরবিটারি কোনটা কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্স নিচ্ছি বলো?
ওই স্যার ধরুন ওয়াইএন ক্যাপ বিলংস টু ডাব্লিউ,
ওটা তো থাকছে, আমরা তো ওটা চুজ করছি না, ওটা তো থাকছে, ওটা তো এক্সিস্ট করে। এই যে এইখানে দেখো
হ্যাঁ বাই ডেফিনেশন এটা এক্সিস্ট করছে, কিন্তু স্যার
হ্যাঁ
ওই আমরা যখন এটাকেও চুজ করেছি এ সিকোয়েন্সটা, সেখানে তো একটা
হ্যাঁ
কনস্ট্যান্ট আমরা ধরে নিচ্ছি ওটা।
হ্যাঁ।
ওটা কি মানে ওটা হয়ে যাবে স্পেসে কনস্ট্যান্ট না?
না, বুঝতে পারলে না। ধরো এ একটা পয়েন্ট, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ, ধরো তুমি এ একটা পয়েন্ট নিয়েছো এক্স থেকে, যে কোনো একটা পয়েন্ট নিয়েছো, ঠিক আছে?
ঠিক আছে।
তাহলে এই পয়েন্টটা তো একটা কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্স জেনারেট করে ডেফিনেটলি।
হুম,
সবাই কি তুমি এ নিলে, এটা তো তুমি নিতেই পারো, এর মধ্যে তো কোনো রকম সমস্যা কিছু নেই।
হ্যাঁ স্যার বুঝতে পেরেছি।
তুমি ওই পয়েন্টের জন্য একটা কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্স নিতে পারো, আর যেহেতু ওটা কনস্ট্যান্ট, তো এটা একটা কসি সিকোয়েন্স।
হ্যাঁ
আমার
কনস্ট্যান্ট
আমার
মানে
আর কি জানার দরকার নেই, এটা একটা কসি সিকোয়েন্স,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ঠিক আছে? কসি সিকোয়েন্স ইনডেক্স, তাহলে কসি সিকোয়েন্স ইনডেক্স মানে কি? সে কোনো একটা ক্লাসের মধ্যে থাকবেই,
হ্যাঁ
সে কোনো একটা
সুবিধা
ক্লাসের
হচ্ছে
মধ্যে থাকবে।
পয়েন্টের জন্য একটা
আমরা ওই ক্লাসটাকেই নাম দিচ্ছি এ ক্যাপ, ঠিক আছে? বুঝতে পারলে?
হ্যাঁ
যে ক্লাসের একটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ হলো এই কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্সটা,
কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্সটা।
ঠিক আছে?
ঠিক আছে।
তাহলে যে কোনো
হ্যাঁ
এ এর জন্যই তুমি একটা করে এরকম এ ক্যাপ পাচ্ছ, যার একটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ হলো। আমার তো একটা পেলেই হবে, কারণ আমার তো লিমিটটা এক্সিস্ট করে। আমি যে কোনো একটা
বাই
রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ
ডেফিনেশন
যদি বার করে ফেলতে পারি, তাহলেই আমার কাজ শেষ, কারণ সেই সমস্ত কাজটা করবে। বাকিগুলো আমার তো জানার দরকার নেই কি ওর সঙ্গে কিছুই ভ্যালু নেই। আমি একটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ যদি পেয়ে যাই, আর এক্ষেত্রে যেহেতু এটা আমরা পাচ্ছি, সেই জন্য এটাকে নাম দিলাম এ ক্যাপ, ডিনোট করছি। কারণ এ ক্যাপ কেন না, এ ক্যাপ ডিনোট করা হচ্ছে এই কারণেই, যাতে যেহেতু ওর একটা রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ হলো ওই কনস্ট্যান্ট সিকোয়েন্সটা, which has been determined from A.
ঠিক আছে।
বুঝতে পারলে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
এইটা কনস্ট্রাকশন। ওকে, তো পার্ট 4, uniqueness. The uniqueness of X class up to isomorphism. Up to isomorphism. That means, suppose this is your X, and you have already constructed one space X cap, and not only that, this X is isometric with W, right? So this is isometric with X. Of that, W bar is X cap. Okay. Now you consider another complete metric space X tilde, in which X is isometric with W tilde. Okay, where W tilde bar is X tilde. Okay, so you are having this and this. Okay, so this is your map T, and here you will have some P star, right? Okay, so you need to show that X cap and X tilde are isometric. Okay, so you are concerned on this fact that we need to show that X cap and X tilde both are isometric. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, okay. Now note that W is isometric with X and X is isometric with W tilde. And the relation of being isometry is also an equivalent relation. In particular, it is a transitive relation. So W is isometric with this. So these two spaces are isometric. That is, W is isometric with W tilde. So you need to show that X cap is isometric with X tilde. Okay. Okay. Now note that again, for any two points, suppose X tilde, Y tilde belongs to X tilde. Okay. What do you have? So since W tilde is dense in X tilde, so there exists sequences, right? Xn tilde and Yn tilde belongs to W tilde. So that yes, Xn tilde tends to X tilde and Yn tilde tends to Y tilde. And hence, what do you have? So distance between, so limit of B tilde of Xn tilde Yn tilde. What do you have? Since B tilde being a metric, so it is continuous. So you must have, it is B tilde of X tilde Y tilde. Okay. Right. So fine. So therefore, this shows that the distance between okay. Yeah. Okay. So D tilde of X tilde Y tilde minus D tilde of Xn tilde Yn tilde. So this is, so this will tend to, so this will tend to 0 as n tends to infinity. That is, so what do you have? So it is here. Okay. Now you are using that W is isometric with W tilde. So that means yes. So that means it will be D cap of, so yes, this is now it's okay, but it will be some Xn cap yn cap. Yeah. So this tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So that means limit of, okay, so d tilde of x tilde y tilde is going to be limit of d cap of this, fine. So what does it mean? Okay, fine. So yes, can we say that no, it's okay. Mapping P of এটা আমরা বলতে পারি, ওকে, since W tilde is isometric with W, yes, okay, and it is a subspace of x cap, fine, and this is dense in x tilde. Okay. Okay. So using this, yes. So what would be the distance here between the two? So for any x tilde belongs to W tilde, so this will go to from x cap using some phi. Phi being an isometry from W tilde onto W. Okay. 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 This is fine. So this is your map. That is phi of x tilde equal to x cap. Right. Now what you need to take? Okay. 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 So let কোথাও গন্ডগোল করলাম বলো তো দাঁড়াও হচ্ছে না কেন দাঁড়াও okay d cap of this
স্যার এখানে সমস্যাটা কি হলো?
না সমস্যাটা হচ্ছে দাঁড়াও সমস্যাটা যেটা হচ্ছে আমাকে দেখাতে হবে কি যে
ওই এক্স টিল্ডাটা আর
আইসোমেট্রিক উইথ দিস মানে ওদের ডিস্টেন্সটা প্রিজার্ভ হচ্ছে এটা একটা আমাকে দেখাতে হবে ঠিক আছে তো সেইটা এইখানটা ঠিক আছে এই বন্ধু ঠিক আছে এটা তো ঠিক করলাম এটা ঠিক আছে এ পর্যন্ত ঠিক আছে কারণ হচ্ছে ডব্লিউ টিল্ড আর ডব্লিউ হচ্ছে আইসোমেট্রিক এমনি এটা তো বোঝা যাচ্ছে এটা নিয়ে কোনো সন্দেহ নেই মানে আমি জাস্ট অ্যানালিটিক্যালি মানে টেকনিক্যালি ব্যাপারটা দেখতে চাইছি হ্যাঁ কারণ এটা যেহেতু এর সঙ্গে আইসোমেট্রিক হয়ে গেছে তো অলরেডি এটা এখানে বসে আছে আর যেহেতু তোমার এর ক্লোজারটা এটা তো দিস উইল বি আইসোমেট্রিক উইথ দিস এটা নিয়ে কোনো সন্দেহ নেই যেটা আমি মানে জাস্ট মানে টেকনিক্যালি ব্যাপারটাকে কমপ্লিট করতে চাইছি বুঝতে পারলে তো
হ্যাঁ স্যার বুঝলাম
মানে এই দুটো স্পেসের মধ্যে তফাৎ তো কিছু নেই অ্যাজ এ মেট্রিক স্পেস
একদম
কোনো তফাৎ নেই এইটাও আমরা এইখান থেকে কিছু বলা যাচ্ছে কি এইটা থেকে কিছু বলা যাচ্ছে এটা থেকে কি বলা যেতে পারে এটা থেকে কি বলা যেতে পারে লিমিট অফ কি বলা যেতে পারে যদি আমি এক্স টিল্ডা নেই এখান থেকে তাহলে কি পাচ্ছি না দেয়ার এক্সিস্ট সিকোয়েন্স xn tilde belongs to so that xn tilde tends to x tilde right Very nice. Very nice. So therefore, okay. So you can consider this sequence. Yes. Okay. Okay. So xn tilde being a convergent sequence, so it is a Cauchy sequence, right? Cauchy sequence. Yeah. Fine. Cauchy sequence. And since W tilde and W are isometric, so this is actually xn cap is a Cauchy sequence in x cap, right? Right. That is, now x cap is complete, so this sequence will convert to some x cap, right? So you can map, so you can, yes, you can define a map P sharp from x tilde to x cap by P sharp of x tilde goes to x cap. Now what is x cap? You need to define it, where x cap is limit of xn cap. That means limit of phi of xn tilde. Okay? I think now it is okay. Right? So using this map, you can say that. So yes. So now you take, so yeah. Okay. So from this one, so what do you get? So d tilde of x tilde y tilde is going to be d cap of xn tilde yn tilde, and it is tends to 0. So this tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. So from this one, what do you have? What do you have? So d tilde of x tilde y tilde minus d cap of x cap y cap. Okay, right? So this tends to 0 as n tends to infinity, but these are independent of n. So d tilde of x tilde y tilde is going to be d cap of x cap y cap, right? Now what is x cap? Where T sharp of x tilde equals to x cap and T sharp of y tilde equal to y cap, right? So that means it is d cap of T of x, T sharp of x tilde, T sharp of y tilde. Okay? So this completes the proof. So hence x cap and x tilde, these are isometric, and hence this completes the proof. So this completes the proof. Okay? Okay? So remark is that, so for a given metric space, X, we can construct a complete metric space X cap in which W is a subspace or X cap that is isometric with X and W is dense in X cap. Okay, where X cap exists uniquely for X up to isometry. Okay, this complete metric space X cap will be defined as the completion of the metric space. Okay, okay. So let us have a look on some important examples of complete metric space and the examples of complete metric spaces. Okay, the first important example is L infinity space. Because later we will see that this space is not a separable space. That means you cannot find any countable dense subspace in L infinity. Okay. Okay. So what is this? What is that L infinity? This is the set of all bounded sequence of complex numbers. Sequences of complex numbers. That is, so it consists of sequence xi n, where each xi n is a complex number for all n, and also the sequence is bounded. That is, it is less or equal to some k for some real k. Okay. Okay. Now, on this set, we are going to define a metric. So we define a metric on L infinity by the rule, that is d of xy is going to be equal to sup of xi n eta n, sorry, eta n, where n belongs to natural number, where x is the sequence xi n and y is the sequence eta n. Okay. So these are in L infinity. So this defines a matrix. So check on your own whether D is a matrix. So this is your part to check on L infinity. Okay. So we are going to show that our claim is that L infinity forms a complete metric space with respect to the above defined matrix. D. Okay. So for this reason, you need to consider an arbitrary Cauchy sequence in the space L infinity, right? So let Xn be any Cauchy sequence in the space L infinity. Just take any Cauchy sequence in the space L infinity. You need to show that this Cauchy sequence converges in L infinity, where each xn, what is that? Each xn is a sequence of complex numbers, is a bounded sequence of complex numbers. Okay, that means you can write it as xi1 n, xi2 n, xk n, and so on. So belongs to L infinity. Okay, right? Now since this sequence is Cauchy, so for a given epsilon greater than 0, what do you have? There exists n naught belongs to the natural number set, so that d of xn comma xm is less than epsilon for all n comma m that is equal to n naught. Right? This is true. That means, so what is dxn comma xm? That means sup of modulus xi k n minus xi k m. Okay, k belongs to n. It is less than epsilon for all n comma m that are equal to n. Right? Now since it is the supremum of all those real numbers, in particular each of these real is less than epsilon for all n comma m that are equal to n naught for each k belongs to n. Right? So that means for every k, the sequence, what is the sequence? Xi k n, right? The k is fixed here and n varies. So the sequence xi k n defines a Cauchy sequence in complex numbers. So defines a Cauchy sequence of complex numbers, right? but we know that the set of all complex numbers with respect to usual metric modulus forms a complete metric space. Okay, so since C is a complete metric space, so every Cauchy sequence converges in the set of all complex numbers, right? So for every k belongs to this sequence, xi k converges to, suppose, xi k as n tends to infinity. Okay, so for each k you are going to have a complex number, and using this complex number you can define a sequence x, which is xi1, xi2, and so on. Okay, okay, okay. So now we show that, now we check that whether this x belongs to L infinity, and after that we will check that xn will tend to x as n tends to infinity. Okay. Now, since each xi kn converges to xi k, so for the given epsilon greater than 0, you are going to have, so there exists n1 belongs to n such that mod of xi kn minus xi k is less than epsilon for all n greater equal to n1. Okay, for all n greater equal to n1, right? Now since xn equal to sequence xi kn, here n is fixed and k varies, so that is why it is a sequence in L infinity. So there exists a real number, suppose kn, so that modulus xi kn is less or equal to kn for all n belongs to n. Okay, so hence mod of xi k equals to, you can write it as xi k minus xi kn plus xi kn, right? Using triangle inequality, it is xi k minus xi kn plus mod of xi kn. That means, so this part is less than epsilon and this is kn. Okay, and this is true for all n greater equal to n1, right? So that means Now this part, so the left hand side is independent of n. So for each k, so this is true for each k, right? So hence, and this part does not involve any k. So this is so the right hand side does not involve any k, and the left hand side does not involve any n. So that means this is independent of k. So this is true for all k belongs to n. So this implies sequence Jk is a bounded sequence of complex numbers. That is, it is x belongs to L infinity. So x belongs to L infinity, and the last part is to check that whether the sequence xn, so will it tend to x or not? So that is the question. Okay. Now here, so let n dash be the max of n naught and n1, right? So for all n greater or equal to n naught, in that, so d of xn comma x is going to be sup of mod Jkn minus Jk, where k varies over n, natural number set. Okay. Now each Jkn minus Jk, so it is less than, you may take this, okay, no problem, is less than epsilon, yeah. So this is less or equal to epsilon, since we are taking the supremum of all those real numbers. Okay. And this implies that xn tends to x as n tends to n. Okay. So hence L infinity forms a Cauchy sequence, forms a complete metric space, sorry, complete metric space with respect to the metric defined above. Okay. So let us stop here.